Hey y'all, DB coming back at you for part 3 of our 40k meets Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond. Today we're checking out Forces of the Imperium. This was a deck out of the 4 that I was looking forward to because if you watch my channel, you know I got a lot of old Space Marines and stuff of that nature. And yeah, so like I don't really care about Tyranids and all that other stuff. But whatever. Let's get the cracking, y'all. Jesus, Fox. Fox is hating on me here. I really mangled this one, y'all. But let's see. Hobby knife to me. Yeah. So this one, man, I'm excited. There's a lot of cards in here that I really dig from like a 40k Games Workshop fan point of view. About the play-in aspects, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's take a look. This, I know when I do play, this will be the one I start with, y'all. So, all right, here's our commander, Inquisitor Greyfax. I always want to call her Grey Fox, but yeah, Greyfax. The foiling's pretty cool on the sword there. I like that. So she's 3/3, vigilance. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance. And she has the hunt for heresy. 1 and tap to create some clues. Buy a clue. Inquisitor Greyfax. She's a relatively new Inquisitor for the Games Workshop release universe. Not really a big fan of her. I prefer the old school Inquisitor dude who had a hat like this. And then he had like a flamer thing. He was pretty cool. Oh, here he is. Marnius Calgar got them big fists, y'all, with the gauntlets of Ultramar. 3/5 double strike. Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. And 6 mana to create 2/2/2 white Astaris warrior tokens with vigilance. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You see his casting cost up there. He's a 5-er. Pretty cool. There's a little nick on that card already. Foiling on him. Pretty good. So those are your 2 commanders for this deck. And they shall know no fear. Choose a creature type. Creatures you control that control the type get +1/+0 and gain indestructible. Yeah, man. That's the whole thing with the Space Marines. They know no fear. Grey Knight Paragon. Flash 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, destroy target attacking creature. If it's a demon, exile it instead. Pretty dope, especially in a limited commander environment with the other decks, since the one is basically a demon. Half the deck is demons, and they're all fucking nasty. So yeah, Grey Knight Paragon. Space Marine Scout rocking a bolter, and it doesn't really happen much in the game. First strike, vigilance, concealed position. When he enters the battlefield, if opponent controls more lands than you, you can search for a plains. Is a 2/1 for 3 mana. Not really feeling him. The art on him's pretty cool, though. Yeah, that's from Games Workshop. He's an Imperial Fist, y'all. Holler. Maybe he's from Necromunda. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Nope. Sicarian Infiltrator. Flash Squad 2. As an additional cost, you can pay 2 any number of times, and when you do, you make copies of it. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. Deny the Witch. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller loses life equal to the number of creatures you control. There's a telepath dude from the Imperial Guard there. That's pretty dope. I dig it. Sanguinary Priest. Lifelink. Blood Chalice. Whenever another creature you control dies, Sanguinary Priest deals 1 damage to any target. Astaris Clerk. I feel like they could have done a lot better with him. 2/4. The artwork's alright, though. Primaris Chaplain. Astaris Clerk, Battle Cry, and he has the Rosarius. Whenever he attacks, it gains indestructible until the end of the turn. Every kill is a sacrament to the Emperor's glory. Another Imperial Fist there, too. Swords to Plowshares. I got the Lehman Russ turned into a grain hauler, y'all. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Recon mission. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you can draw a card. It's a pretty decent enchantment. It's a heavy cost, though. Some Ultramarine. I think they're Ultramarine Scouts. Hiding behind that there. Mortify. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Grey Knight smacking some bloodletters down right there. I like that. He's driving like the psychic sword through his chest, dude. Pretty cool. Mind Stone. We all know what this is. This is looks like the Sisters of Battle. Skull Clamp. The art on this is dope. You know, I don't need to tell anybody what a Skull Clamp does, but the Servo Skull is dope. For those that don't know that are like strictly magic heads, Servo Skulls are like robots that are made from the skulls of faithful followers of the Emperor. And sometimes they have a little bit of intelligence of their own, other times not. Like the brain of the person is still alive sometimes. It's fucking dope. Dope. Soul Ring. That one's pretty dope. The Let It Go Divinatus. Dope. It's like basically the Bible, essentially, in 30k and then eventually 40k, I guess. Talisman of Dominance. Got the Catachan flag. Talisman of Hierarch. I hear my dog scratching to get in, y'all. Talisman of Progress. The Arcane Sanctum. That's dope. It's the Imperial Palace right there. That's pretty cool. Check that out. The artwork for the Imperial Palace, always just loved it. Like the immensity of everything. The Ash Barons, we've seen that. Memorial to Glory. Sanguinius or somebody there. Arcane Signet, dope. It's like the Telepath's Null Rod thing with a Purity Seal on it. Commander Sphere, dope. Big Hololith, yeah. Command Tower, could be way better. Dismal Backwater, we've seen that before. Evolving Wilds. Yep. Path to Ancestry, we've seen him. Scoured Barons. Oh, Rough Rada. This dope Terramorphic Expanse. Celestine the Living Saint. Flying Lifelink. Healing Tears. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Crazy. Crazy. Allow me to go get my dog real quick, y'all. I'll be right back. See, y'all, I keep it real with one take. I ain't even going to edit this shit out. Defenders of Humanity. This is a famous GW artwork right here. Dude's reviewing all the lined up Marines. When it enters the battlefield, create X/2/2 white Astari's warrior tokens with vigilance. And then you can exile the card to create even more. Pretty cool. For the Emperor! Creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance and lifelink until the end of the turn. Pretty good. It's a sorcery, though. It'd be sick if it was an instant, right? But yeah. Space Marine Devastator rocking what appears to be a grav cannon. Yep. When he enters the battlefield, destroy up to one artifact or enchantment. He's a 3/3, and he's got the squad mechanic for 4. Pretty cool. Not a fan of that grav cannon, though. The Triumph of St. Catherine. 5/5 lifelink. Presaurius Protector. When she dies, exile it in the top 6 cards of your library in a face-down pile. If you do, shuffle that pile. Put it back on top of your library. Miracle. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Ultramarine Honor Guard. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. He's a 2/2, but you can squat him. Stack it. Not too good. The art on this is dope. You know what's funny, though? There's a lot of these ones are Games Workshop, where the other ones... I mean, there's a few Games Workshop, but I feel like these are heavy on the Games Workshop. This card is pretty awesome. The Vexillus Praetor, Flash Vigilance. Commanders you control have protection from everything. Yeah, Adeptus Custodes, Emperor's Imperial Guard. Pretty crazy. Zephyrim, Flying Vigilance, Miracle, Squad. These, yeah, I think they used to be just called Seraphim. I think. I forget. The Sisters of Battle are one that always confuse me sometimes. Sisters of Silence. These are dope. Notice she's a human knight as well. Flash, Psychic Abomination. When she enters the battlefield, counter target instant sorcery spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Pretty good. She has a hefty cost, though. 5 for a 3/3. Vanguard Suppressor. Ugh. These models just make me sad. It's like, yeah, jetpacks are cool. Heavy weapons are cool. Let's just mix them. 3/2 flying, suppressing fire. Whenever suppressor deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Yeah, in 40k and Games Workshop in general, this is my biggest complaint, is shit like this, dude. A lot of the new Space Marine shit. I don't really care that they made them Primaris or whatever. I mean, lore-wise, it's kind of whack. They have, like, Firstborn and, yeah, oh yeah, these new Marines are, like, way cooler, yada, yada, yada. And all the old Marines are like new Marines now. Yada, yada. Yeah, okay. Whatever, dude. That's fine. You do you. But like all this stuff where it's like, oh yeah, the jetpacks, we're going to combine assault units and devastators. It's all just kind of whack to me, dude. Kind of whack to me. Arco Flagellants. Now these are not whack to me. Arco Flagellants are friggin' awesome. Can't block. Pay 3 life. Flagellant gains indestructible until the end of turn. Squad 2. Dope, man. Dope. He's just a human, though. That's crazy. Primaris Eliminator. He's like a sniper scout. The art on that one's pretty dope. Logan Feliciano. Good job, Logan. It's a hell of a name. When the Eliminator enters the battlefield, choose 1, destroy target creature, or creature target players control get -2/-2. Pretty cool. Assault Intercessor. I'm so angry. First Strike and Menace. Chainsword. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. A foe without honor is a foe already beaten. That's dumb. I mean, like, the ability or whatever is okay. It's cool. I get it. But the fact that that's what they made the chainsword do, I feel like that's just dumb. I don't know. Who am I? I am but a simple DB. Belisarius Call. This dude, he's probably nuts. 2/4. Ultimate Founding. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control and create a stories token. Master of the Machines. Tap X untapped creatures you control. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may reveal any artifacts from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. Yep. He's pretty nutty. Dude, they shoehorned into the lore just to make everything work. Birth of the Imperium. That picture's dope, dude. Like that. Like that. Create a stories token for each opponent you have. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, and then draw 2 cards for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you. That's pretty nasty. Calidus Assassin. Coming at you, Chaos Marine. That's a dope artwork right there. Flash 3/3. Polymorphine. You may have the assassin enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has, when this creature enters the battlefield, destroy one other creature with the same name. Pretty cool. Pretty fluffy. This is a card everybody, I think, said they love right here. Commissar Severina Rain. Lead him from the front. Whenever she attacks, each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. 2, sacrifice another creature. You gain 2 life and draw a card. 2/2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Summary execution. Very commissary, so I dig it. I don't know her from the lore. I imagine she's probably in books or something that I'm missing out on. I'm surprised it wasn't Gaunt. Commissary Colonel Gaunt, right? Company Commander. Dan Abnett was probably like, I don't want none of this shit. Company Commander. Command section. When the company commander enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of opponents. Bring it down whenever he attacks. Creatures you control gain death touch until the end of turn. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Death touching? Imperial Guard Commander, huh? Cybernetic Adeptus Smith. That's pretty dope. Protection from robots. Field reprogramming. Target player draws a card. Another target player creates a 4/4 colorless robot token with this creature can't block. Engaging Protector Protocol. Huh. Well, it's not very good. Artwork's dope, though. Like it. Love a robot. Epistolary Librarian. The Veil of Time. He's an Astares wizard. Space wizard. When a Epistolary Librarian attacks, you may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Bolters, chainswords, all fine weapons. However, I wield a far more dangerous power. Nice. Exterminatus. Destroy all non-land permanents. Non-land permanents your opponents control lose indestructible. Dope. It's pretty crazy. Exterminatus is so dope in the fluff of 40k. They just shoot a torpedo with the Life Eater virus. It's very Star Trek 2 Wrath of Khan kind of shit. The flesh is weak. Iron Hands, dude. Check my video on my Iron Hands army if you've watched this far. If you got past me letting the dog in. When the flesh is weak, enters the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them are artifacts in addition to other types. Non-artifact creatures get -1/-1. It's pretty crazy. Basically, you're telling me the Iron Hands are artifact Astares warriors? Crazy. Now, this is the dude I'd have be the other commander, right? Inquisitor Eisenhorn, but they chose Grey Fox. You may reveal the first card you draw each turn as you draw it. Whenever you reveal an instant or sorcery card this way, create Cherubal, a legendary 4/4 black demon creature token with flying. He can investigate. 2/3. Inquisitor Eisenhorn. Great books, y'all. If check them out. That's another Dan Abnett. I'm pretty sure it's Dan Abnett. Or is he Graham McNeil? Oh, no. I'm totally screwing the pooch. I can't see the shelf from here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dan Abnett. I'm almost like 99%. Yeah, I'm 99% sure. Fuck what you heard. Naaman Shai Marud. Never heard of him. Rogue Trader. When Naaman Shai Marud deals combat damage to a player, you may have that player return target permanent card from the graveyard to their hand. If you do, then player chooses a permanent card in your graveyard, then you put it onto the battlefield under your control. That's pretty cool. Wish they chose like an old school Rogue Trader dude, though. Like one of the ones that look like fucking from like the Rogue Trader rulebook. There's like Lehman Russ looking dudes. Sister Hospitaller. Oh, that's dope, yo. She's all banged up. 3/2 for 6. When she enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its mana value. Medicatus Ministerium. That's pretty good. Heavy, though, for 6 mana. Sister Repentia. These chicks are kind of weird to me. Never a big fan of them. When they die, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Okay, that's pretty fucking good. And Miracle. You cast this card for its miracle cost if it's the first card you drew this turn. Yeah, pretty crazy. Oh, this one's dope. Yo, this is like the best art going, dude. John Blanche, even though they just call it Games Workshop. I don't know why they do that. Don't give my man his cred. But, this is fucking classic, yo. The Golden Throne. If you would lose the game, instead exile Golden Throne and your life becomes 1. Sacrifice creature. Add 3 mana in any combination of colors. For those that don't know, the Golden Throne is an archaic apparatus of, I don't know if it's unknown origin or if like the Emperor designed. Yeah, the Emperor designs it, I think. So like power, basically it's like a giant psychic lighthouse, so people can travel through the space and time, creating the Astronomicon, which the actual Golden Throne, though, is a throne that the Emperor sits upon that's basically like a crazy life support system. And to power it, he sucks 1,000 souls of other psychic people every day, I think is I guess that's what it used to be. God only knows now, man, if they change things around, because it is way grim, dark, and fucking dope. That just for the simple ability to like keep the Emperor alive, which basically keeps warp travel going, you have to feed him the souls of these rare and powerful yet dangerous people that exist like few and far between the galaxies. So you scour the galaxy to find these people, bring them to Earth, put them in this damn machine, and basically suck them into fucking husks. This shit is dope. Like, it's just fucking insane and dope, yo. And that's why we loving the 40k back in the day. The Inquisitorial Rosette. This is dope. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create a white Astar's Warrior token that's attacking. This is pretty awesome. Inquisitors, this is an inquisitorial symbol of office. And in the lore and fluff, they basically just flash this shit to anybody. And upon pain of death, those people have to, like, obey them, you know. It's pretty crazy. Even the Space Marines. Sometimes different Space Marine chapters will be like, nah, man, I ain't doing it. And then other Space Marine chapters are like, you know, they are best buds with the Inquisition. Because the Inquisitors, there's different types of Inquisitors and stuff, if you know your 40k. Knight Paladin. Trample. Rapid fire cannon. And when he enters the battlefield, deals 4 damage to each opponent. Crew 1. Holy shit. That's kind of crazy that it's only a crew 1. Pretty cool. Love this model, by the way. In Titanicus, 40k. Everything. It's really nice, well done model. Nice art. Mr. Games Workshop. Oh, Reaver Titan. Void Shields. Protection from mana value 3 or less. 10/10. Gatling Blaster. Whenever he attacks, he deals 5 damage to each opponent. Crew 4. This card. I love this card. He's 7. I love Reaver Titans, though, yo. I was just talking to my buddies the other day. Pains me that Reaver Titans seem to get the short end of the stick in Titanicus. When, like, they're just so dope. So cool. Redemptor Dreadnought. Astartes Dreadnought. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. That's pretty cool. Very lore-ish. Trample. When he attacks, if a card is exiled with it, it gets +X until the end of the turn, where X is the power of the exiled card. That's nutty, though, man. You're going to be exiling the shit out of your own cards with this thing. He's only 5 mana, too. What Legion is he? Blood Angels, y'all. Blood Angels, Redemptor Dreadnought. He's pretty cool. Scale-wise, I think he scales up nice for the models, you know. Thunderhawk Gunship. 6/6 vehicle, flying. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 Astartes tokens. When he attacks, attacking creatures gain flying crew 2. It's pretty nuts. Bastion Protector. Oh, this dude's an Inquisitorial henchman, a Crusader. Commander creatures you control get +2/+2 and have indestructible. He's a human soldier. I imagine that means he's going to end up in a lot of other decks. Collective Effort. Tap an untapped creature you control. Pay this for each mode chosen below the first. Destroy target creature power 4 or less. Destroy target enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature player controls. Crazy. Deploy to the front. Oh, dude, are those Armageddon dudes? Steel Legions. Create X 1/1 white soldier tokens where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. When the door drops, give him a taste of the Emperor's fire. Commissar Yarrick. Pretty cool. Entrapment Maneuver. Oh, you're trapping the Tyranids. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. You create X11 Might Soldier tokens where X is that creature's toughness. Pretty good, dude. 4 mana, though. Fell the Mighty. Destroy all creatures with power greater than the target creature's power. Pretty good. Hour of Reckoning. Very old school artish. Convoke. Destroy all non-token creatures. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Launch the Fleet. And that art's pretty good too. Games Workshop. That's from something. A lot of Games Workshop art in this deck. The spell costs one more to cast for each target beyond the first. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 soldier token that's tapped and attacking as well. Am I making you guys drunk with my wobbly hand? I told you I have to stand up to do this. It sucks. Martial Coup. Create X11 Might Soldier tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. That's a reprint. Utter End. Exile target non-land permanent. 4 mana. It seems hefty. Art's pretty cool, though. Chaos Knight. Renegade Knight, I guess. Getting blasted by a plasma cannon. Everflowing Chalice. We know what he does. I think that's supposed to be the the red chalice. Sanguinary Priest Chalice. Choked Estuary. Dark Water Catacombs. The chapter's honored heroes are entombed in the Hall of Heroes, where the mineral-rich water of the catacombs slowly fossilizes their bones, preserving them for all time. Nice. Pretty nuts. Exotic Orchard. Diseased buttholes. In every deck. Port Town. That's dope. It's like Strike Cruiser landing in there. Prairie Stream. Detritus in there. Sunken Hollow. Forbidden Cities. We're burning through this one, man. We're burning through it. Sky Cloud Expanse. Doing it for me. Tranquil Cove. Oh, is that a Blackstone Fortress? Or a Ramalley Star Fort? Deep space ports provide temporary shelter for Imperial cruisers. I think that's a Ramalley Star Fortress. Island. That's pretty crazy. It's like a reservoir looking thing. Swamp. Blasted stuff. I feel like they could have done better on that one. Phoning it in on that one. The Plains is dope, though. I like this with the Lehman Russes. Acadian Lehman Russes. Very cool. The artwork on this is dope. Zillustrator. Okay. I don't know if that's a real person or what, dude. But fucking dope. Great Facts cardboard card. Oh, here's our soldier tokens. Dope Imperial Guardsman, yo. Is he got a melting gun he's holding up? That's what it looks like. You can't see the end. Another soldier. Are they the same? How weird. They made different ones. All right. Katachian Lady. Steel Legion dude. He's pretty dope looking. Chainsword looks a little unwieldy there. Just going to say that. Like, you know, how the hell could you lift that up with one hand? But whatever. Star Ace Warrior. Ultramarine dude. Dig it. What do you think we got on the backs of these? We got anything good? Clue token. Oh, look, he's pulling back the curtain. I got a clue. It's chaos. Oh, Cherubel. Flying demon token, dude. Pretty cool. Based on the old school demon host. Robot. Friggin' dope there, yo. Way cool. Arco Flagellant. And Vanguard Suppressor. Sicarian Infiltrator. Ultramarine Honor Guard. Zephyrin. These are all the things with Squad, I'd imagine. Space Marine Devastator. That's pretty dope, though. The double side of the guard token, like all these Marine, they only give you one of each. It's funny, they give you 2 robots, though. They only give you one of each of all these, but they're all pretty dope on the art. I mean, these I just hate, just on GP, but whatever. Like, these dudes are dope. I love that pistol. Magazine coming out of the handle, a little banana magazine. Crazy sword that's like a cattle prod. Yeah. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. That, my friends, is the third of 4 Warhammer 40k Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Commander deck. And I hope you stayed with me that whole time. There's a few extra minutes because I had to let the dog back in. So, yo, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And be good to one another. Do what you feel. Peace.